7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Welcome into another edition of Vegas Squares Podcast. We are all sitting here in studio, and we decided to take up 12-ounce Sports Radio's offer to buy a $10 bracket challenge, and we can win some prizes. I didn't read all the rules, because what the hell's the fun in that? So the three of us sitting here in studio, myself, Tony Johnson, and Token Tony, are all going to basically make picks off the cuff with no research at all. So by no means should you tail these, but this is going to be fun if this is like the perfect bracket. Have you guys ever filled out your brackets like for other like contests or anything? I know Tony Johnson is behind the 8 ball, but
I have in prior years. I've only filled out one so far this year.
yeah, I filled out the Yahoo one. I think if you get the perfect bracket, I think you win $10 million or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's not even the one I'm most proud of.
You're more likely to be struck by lightning 4 times than choose a perfect bracket.
Okay, I'll take my chances. I understand it's closer to 0 than it is to 1%, but that's not even my favorite one. That I don't even hope to win that one. You want to know the one I hope to win? I hope to win the Buffalo Wild Wings bracket that gets me free wings for life.
That'd be awesome.
How many do you get per week or day?
You get one entry.
What?
No,
I mean,
you probably get a
wings?
small serving.
They probably
per day or
give
something.
you. Yeah, they probably give you. I don't know how it would come out. I didn't read all the rules. I'm not a big reading the rules guy.
I can tell.
Yeah.
If he hits it, he gets it.
If I hit it, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Okay.
So, nevertheless, we want to obviously thank 12-Ounce Sports Radio. If you're listening to this on 12-Ounce or on our website, vegassquares.com, please head over to 12-Ounce Sports Radio. What are you doing?
I'm getting in. I got a bracket now.
In our ESPN one?
Yes.
Okay, so we do have one personal ESPN Vegas Squares one you can search for us. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the 12-Ounce Sports Radio bracket. And if you head on over to 12-Ounce, it's $10 to enter. I'm not even going to lie. I have no idea what you can win, but I'm guessing you can win
Prizes.
things and stuff and junk. So,
How do you pay?
PayPal.
Okay.
I just paid for our entry right now before we flick the mics on.
Okay.
Cool.
So, are you guys ready?
Sure.
So this is going to be the official entry that
Gladiators,
goes into the 12-ounce situation.
Yeah. 12-ounce situation. Welcome to 12-Ounce Situation Radio.
How
Yes.
do we come up with are we just going to take the majority of what we?
Yep.
So,
We're gonna.
got it.
It's like American Idol. 2 out of 3, you go to Hollywood.
Oh wow, that was okay. Nice.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that was okay.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Good luck to us. Dun dun dun. We're gonna start in the East region because that's just the next window that came up. We have the 1 seed Duke versus, we don't know if it's going to be NCCU or NDSU. My guess is that is North Dakota State and North Carolina Central.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so we don't even know who the 16 seed's going to be, but I think we're probably all going to be good with Duke here.
I'm good with Duke.
If Spike were here, he might disrupt
might.
the vote.
Yeah.
He might. I'm very anti-Duke
I
for
think
this
Duke rolls
tournament,
on.
but yes.
Are you anti-Duke in the round of 64, though?
I'm anti. No.
It would be nice
I
to see them to
accept
go
Duke.
down, but
I
I
agree.
don't like
Do
it.
we accept Duke in this?
Aye.
All right.
Yes, Duke
So
is
Duke's a unanimous vote. So here comes the first real tough one for me. I've already told you guys I have futures on both sides. So this one's legitimately a freebie. But we have VCU at 25-7 versus UCF at 23-8. I've already had some fucker on my Facebook
Oh no.
Shocker.
tell me that if they don't win the first matchup, are they just going to claim themselves national champions?
Was it Spike?
No, it's not.
Actually, Spike wanted to do that.
But that's not how it works, guys. They did not go undefeated.
Oh.
If they went undefeated and were shut out of the tournament, then we would have a beef. But that's not how college basketball works. Funny thing about college basketball is everyone actually gets equal share to get in the tournament. Anyways,
They almost have too many teams with 68. I like the idea of 65 still.
fair enough. That's a whole other debate for something else. Now we're doing picks. All right.
Yeah.
VCU or UCF? Y'all already know my vote, so one of y'all have to cast the stone.
I'll go with VCU.
You're the asshole.
VCU.
Fuck you too. All right, we're going VCU.
Yeah, you have a futures bet on them.
It's true, but
Whoever wins this, hopefully they beat Duke next round.
Yeah. Talking to the mic if anybody wants to hear you. All right, Mississippi State versus Liberty. Liberty is 28-6, the 12 seed. Mississippi State is 23-10, the 5 seed. We all know the history of 5 and 12. And how do we feel about this one?
Mississippi State.
Well, based on the BPI rank, looks like Mississippi State is 22 and Liberty is 62. We are going
Nice
with...
try.
I mean, that is true stuff, but it doesn't matter, obviously.
Yeah, it is true. So we're going with...
I'm going with Mississippi State.
Okay, I was going to take Liberty, so that doesn't matter, though, at this point.
Nope.
Virginia Tech, 24-8 out of the ACC, 4 seed. St. Louis, 23-12 out of the Sun Conference, 13 seed. I think they're out of the Atlantic 10.
The A10.
Going with the A10?
Oh, no, I was just saying A10 to say.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm going with Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Virginia Tech as well.
I
They're
really
a
like
pretty good
Buzz
program.
Williams a lot. I like him as a coach. So, yes, I think Va Tech is one of those teams that I have a friend that's this is kind of a little off topic, that's a professional bettor. He lives actually in Brazil now, and he told me to bet on Virginia. He said they were the best team in the country in December, so I did that. He also said that another team in Virginia, Virginia Tech, he thinks is extremely underrated. They were like 75-1 at that point. He thinks they have enough talent and enough good guard play and shooters to make a deep run as well.
Well, spoiler alert, I actually have in my bracket Virginia Tech beating Duke in the Sweet 16. So
Nice. Oh, nice. I hope that's true. Yeah, I hope that happens, yes.
all right, so let's move on to the 6-11 matchup. We have Maryland. Is Gary Williams still at Maryland?
No.
Gotta be gone, right?
Oh, a long time ago, yeah.
Okay, and then we have the matchup between Belmont and Temple, which Belmont won yesterday, or a couple days ago. So we have Belmont versus Maryland, 6-11 matchup. Belmont seems to be the, no pun intended, belle of the ball.
Yes, Rick Byrd has been coaching there for I think like 30 years. They've had a lot of good teams. I know nothing about their current team, obviously, because I know nothing about anything this year. But I know him, and he's just a really good coach. So I'm going with Belmont as the 11.
I'm taking Maryland.
Oh, I got to make the breaker.
Yeah, the deciding vote.
I'm going to just say ACC dominance, and I'll take Maryland as well.
Okay.
All right, LSU versus Yale. 3 versus 14, SEC versus the Ivy League. 26-6 LSU, 22-7. The big thing here is Yale seems to be another one of those darlings that everybody likes because LSU's head coach, Wes Wade or Will Wade or whatever his name is not on the side because of the whole, I guess they caught him on a tape, basically admitting to some wrongdoing involving funds and giving them to a player. So I don't want to pretend like I know the whole story because what's the fun in that? All right, so we got LSU and we got Yale. He made the first pick last. I'll make the pick here. I'm going to say LSU.
I like LSU, but I'd rather see Yale win. So LSU is my pick.
So what's the pick?
Okay.
LSU is my pick.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Okay.
Tell me on this. So we got Louisville, the old Patino stomping grounds, and Minnesota, the 7-10 matchup with the Patino Jr. stomping grounds, even though he's not a junior. I made the first pick here. Token Tony, this is you.
I am going to take Minnesota in this one. Golden Gophers.
Tony?
I will also be on the side of the Gophers.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what I think, but I was on Minnesota as well. So,
Fantastic.
all right, Michigan State versus Bradley. Apparently Bradley's in Cracker Country, Illinois.
That's correct.
We learned that
Confirmed.
today
That's right.
off the air.
I
And
agree.
they're a 15 seed against Michigan State, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Token, you're the Michigan State guy.
Yes.
Didn't Michigan State lose as a 2 seed one time to a 15 seed?
Yes, I can't remember when that was. That was within the last 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, though.
I'm going to get the crack research staff on this, but I believe it was Lehigh. No, that was Duke. I'm going to say it was Northern Iowa. Look that up.
They could not have been. They were probably not a 15 though. They've always been, kind of a better seed than that. I
We'll
think.
find out who it was.
Yeah.
All right, so he made the first pick, so you're making the pick here.
I will take Michigan State.
Me too. And I know he's got Sparty as well. So.
Yeah, Sparty on.
All right, so let's move.
I like that. That was good.
So let's move
like a weird war
into
cry.
the round of 32 in the East. We'll just take the East down to their champion.
Oh.
We have Duke versus VCU. I get the first pick here. I will take Duke.
Yeah, I'm on Duke as well.
All right.
There you go.
So then we have Mississippi State and Virginia Tech in the 5-4 matchup. Token, it's your pick.
Mississippi State.
I'm going to remain strong on Buzz Williams taking Vatech.
Yeah, and I'm also, sorry, Token, it's a no from me. Virginia Tech.
Oh.
All right, Maryland versus LSU in the 6-3 matchup. Tony, your first pick.
This is a difficult situation because I have Belmont here in my current bracket.
That doesn't matter. This is
I know it
our
doesn't matter.
bracket.
I know, but I think I like Belmont over LSU, so I will take Maryland over LSU as well.
I will take LSU to make it to the Sweet 16.
Maryland.
All right, so Maryland it is.
This is weird.
You got the answer for that one?
I'm still researching it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Minnesota versus Michigan State, the 2 versus the 10 in this spot. It's my
Middle Tennessee was the answer.
Middle Tennessee. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, the 2016.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm taking, as Token likes to say, Sparty up.
Yeah, Spartian as well.
Or Sparty on, sorry, I can't even get that right.
Obviously, we don't know what the record is this year because they've played each other twice, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, Spartian. Screw it.
What? Okay.
We're done with you.
Oh.
All right, so Sweet 16 in the East here we have Duke versus Virginia Tech. Token, you get the first pick.
Be nice to see Virginia Tech win this one, but I think Duke prevails.
You already know my pick, so you're the
This is
you're the
interesting.
rubber match here.
This
Or
is very
you're
interesting.
the tiebreaker.
I am going to stick with Duke, although I certainly hope they lose, but I think there's just too much.
Duke
there.
it is.
Yeah.
All right, Michigan State versus Maryland, a 6 versus 2 matchup, another Big Ten matchup. So Michigan State could legitimately play 2 conference opponents if the bracket goes the way apparently we're voting it to go. So that being said, we have the 2 versus the 6, and whose turn is to pick first? I think it's yours.
Okay. I will take. Wait, so we have Michigan State against Maryland.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I
will
said
take-
Maryland State. My bad. I'm at
Oh,
Michigan
that's
State.
fine. I have Minnesota against Belmont in my own bracket, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here.
You got Michigan State losing the second round, eh?
To Minnesota, yes.
In my own, I actually have them going down too.
Well, there you go.
Then why did you pick Michigan State?
That is interesting. So we're going to go with Maryland.
I will take Sparty on. Sparty up, whatever the fuck it is.
Spartian, but I'm going the other way. I like Maryland.
All right, so
In my own bracket, I have them facing Duke in the final.
Duke and ACC versus Maryland, a previous ACC. 1 versus 6 in the Elite 8 here. My pick first, I will take Duke.
Duke as well.
As he shoves a cookie in his mouth. All right,
That's
so
the token we know.
we've got Duke as the final.
Shoving a cookie in my face and watching some tennis.
That is
Duke as the Final
Beautiful.
Four champ, or the East Region champion. So let's move to the West because that's logically the next one here on the website.
It's bottom left side of the bracket.
All right, West Region. We have Gonzaga, the 1 seed, versus Fadu Pavoo, which is Fairleigh Dickinson Prairie View, which Fairleigh Dickinson won. But does that even matter, Token? You're the first pick.
No, the dogs prevail, and that is
That's the underdogs?
the Zags.
How do you know Fairleigh Dickinson's not a
the
dog?
Knights.
They're the Knights. Yep.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere for
Yep.
a guy who's tired.
Yes, I was ready.
All right, so he took the Zags.
Game is in Salt Lake City. It will be a heavy Gonzaga crowd.
All right.
We are taking the Zags in a rout over Fairleigh Dickinson.
What's the spread on that one? It's got to be in the 20s.
I would like to lay up to 30 on Gonzaga.
Well, if it's only 20, you can lay up to 20.
Yes. Yes.
Max bet.
Alternate spread.
All right, so we've got Syracuse and Baylor in the 8-9 matchup. Syracuse is a pretty battle-tested NCAA team, especially when you expect the least out of them. Jim Boeheim can do crazy things with his program. So he picked first, so now it's your turn.
Yes. He can also do really, really bad things. He has a very poor tournament record many years, and then he also makes runs, as you said, through to the finals in other years. So I'm going to take the first portion of that, and out in the first round, we'll go with Baylor.
I'll take Syracuse.
Baylor.
Okay.
Current spread on the Gonzaga game's 27.
I will lay 27 on Gonzaga.
I will be laying 27. All right, so we got Marquette, the 5, versus Murray State, the 12. I pick first. Everybody loves Murray State, and obviously they always love 12 seeds, so I will be on the other side. I'll take Marquette.
I'm on Marquette as well.
We take Marquette.
Marquette.
Let's see. You pick first in this one. This is Florida State versus Vermont. We already know my vote.
Seminoles it is.
So, all right, cool. Then we don't have to go to you.
Cool.
Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. All right, Buffalo versus, at this point in time, the Arizona State-St. John's game has not been played as of this recording. So, that being said, do we still like Buffalo, or do you like any combination of the Asu or Saju? It's your turn.
I will take the combination. In fact, I will go with Arizona State. They will prevail in this game, and they will prevail against Buffalo.
I also believe either one of the teams that win that matchup beats Buffalo.
Same answer as Tony. Arizona State wins and wins against Buffalo.
Okay, well, I like St. John's too, so I think even if they happen to pull it out, that's
Yeah.
Because if they beat Arizona State, which you guys love so much, you should feel just as confident with St. John's.
What's the spread in the Arizona State-St. John's game?
I believe it's 1.5. But Token Tony, the crack research staff, will check that out.
Excellent.
All right, it's my turn to vote on the next one. Texas Tech versus Northern Kentucky. Well, in my own bracket, Texas Tech is the Final Four team, so that's a clear
That would seem
evident.
a
Token?
no-brainer.
Texas Tech.
All right, so we're Texas
that
Tech on that one. All right, so Nevada and Florida. Nevada, from what I understand, is very top-heavy with 22 and 23
Arizona State's a 2-point
So it's up to 2 now? I thought I saw 1.5, so... I like college basketball teams that are top-heavy with experienced seniors, but it's not my pick. And I hate the Gators,
We're on the
who somehow made it
Nevada-Florida
19
matchup.
and 15.
Oh, wow, really?
We're on the Nevada-Florida matchup, right?
That is correct.
We are.
Going with the Gators in this one. I think Nevada is just overrated in this one. They got a tough matchup the first round, and they're not going to go deep on either of these teams, but let's go with Florida.
Play the coaching card again. Eric Musselman is one of my favorite coaches around. He's done it at every level, high school,
Including
NBA,
the SEC.
college. Fantastic coach. High energy, fun guy. Nevada in a rout over Florida.
I am with you. Nevada, I don't know about a route, but I'll say Nevada by double digits.
All right.
All right, Michigan versus Montana, the 2 versus the 15. Montana shoots the 3 really well. Michigan
I like those teams.
does everything kind of pretty good. So it is your vote.
I will take Montana.
Wow. Just to make him squirm, I'll take Michigan.
Give me Montana.
Montana. Joe Montana.
Yep.
All right, this bracket's all kind of clustered up. I like it.
Excellent
So we got Gonzaga 1, Baylor 9.
I like where we're at here.
It's my vote. I'll take the Zags.
Give me the Zags as well.
All right, so Zags advance. Marquette, Florida State, your vote.
Seminoles.
To me, the more likely upset is actually Vermont over Florida State. I don't like all of this
We're past that, bro.
cluster of talent. I understand that. I understand. So because of this realm, and because I think there's more of a chance that Vermont wins, I'm going to go with Marquette because of this. Yes.
And you took Florida State?
Yep.
Yeah, we roll with the Seminoles. Sorry, bro.
That's
Your
okay.
long-winded response
That's all
fell
right.
flat.
I didn't push it through. That's okay.
All right, so we have the combination of Arizona State and St. John's versus Texas Tech, the 3 seed. It's your vote first.
I'm staying with Arizona State.
I'm taking Texas Tech.
The Cinderella story comes to an end in that one. Texas Tech prevails.
He got you on that one. Damn.
Yeah.
This is sad.
Well, you got rickrolled.
I did.
But we got the 7.
Never gonna give you up.
We got the 7 Nevada versus the 15 Montana. I'm taking the Wolfpack. Although I don't know what Montana. I think they're the Grizzlies. So I'm taking the Wolfpack.
Yeah, let's go with the Wolfpack in this one.
All right. So we're in the Sweet 16. We have a 1, a 4, a 3, and a 7. Gonzaga versus Florida State. The vote goes to you.
Give me the Zags.
Close game. Very close game. Finally a real opponent for Gonzaga.
But they were going to get eliminated by Vermont. Sorry, go ahead.
They could.
They could. We'll take Gonzaga in a close game.
Oh, I was going Florida State, so Gonzaga it is, I guess.
Yep.
Texas Tech, Nevada. Your vote.
Yet another rout for the Wolfpack. We will be on Nevada, winning by double digits yet again for the third straight game.
Fuck, holy cow. I want to like Nevada, even though we live in Vegas, and that's Reno. But I'm Texas Tech. They play really good defense, and they shoot the 3.
So.
All right, so Texas Tech advances. We have Gonzaga versus Texas Tech in the Elite 8. It's my vote. I will take Texas Tech.
Texas Tech as well.
All right, Texas Tech goes to the Final Four out of the West region. And Tony Johnson just shakes his head.
What can I do?
Shrugs his shoulders. All right, we go to the South, where UVA is the 1 seed, facing Gardner-Webb, making their first tournament appearance. It is Token's vote. Fuck it, give me Gardner-Webb.
UVA. In a landslide.
All right.
Yep,
And
Stan
I assume
Cavaliers.
I assume you're status quo there. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. And that's the 8 and 9 matchup. You're first.
Oh, you point to me? I'm sorry. I was not walking. Looking.
Walking. You shouldn't be
Walking, yeah.
walking. You should be sitting.
I'm going to play the coaching card again, especially a coach that has been around the block.
Lon Kruger?
I'm going to go with Lon Kruger and the Sooners in a close game. Oklahoma.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma as well.
Yeah, I was going to go with OU.
All right, Scotty versus Oregon, 5-12. My vote, we've talked about this for the last 3 days. I like Oregon. I'm taking Oregon.
Quack on.
All right. Kansas State, UC Irvine. A lot of people think there's an upset in this one. Token, are you one of them?
Nope. KSU all the way.
I play the coaching card again, the anti-Bruce Weber coaching card. I'm on Irvine.
Sorry to hear that. I'm on Kansas State.
Okay.
All right, Villanova, St. Mary's, 6-11. I believe Villanova is the defending champion, so there's obviously that. Versus St. Mary's.
There's that.
And it is your vote, Tony Johnson.
St. Mary's.
Villanova.
Villanova.
Purdue versus Old Dominion. I don't know dick about either of these teams, except for I think Robbie Hummel still plays for Purdue. So I'll take Purdue. He really doesn't. He graduated like 4 years ago, but he was there for like what seemed forever. So I'm taking the Purdue-kies.
Yeah, Purdue ended up tying for the Big Ten regular season title, and they won a close matchup against Old Dominion.
All right, Cincinnati and Iowa. I lived up in that area. They all call it Cincinnati. So the 7-10 matchup, the AAC champions versus the Big Ten middle of the pack. It is Token.
Cincinnati.
Mick Cronin is my guy. I'm going to stick with him. Cincinnati.
All right, I was on Cincy as well. All right, Tennessee versus the Dental College Colgate. I know that's not true, but 2 seed, 15 seed. 1 out of 5 dentists recommend Tennessee. The other 4 recommend Colgate.
I'll go with Tennessee.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, we move on to the round of 32 here. We have Virginia versus Oklahoma. It's my vote. I take UVA.
Yeah, UVA as well. Oklahoma is good for 1 win, and that's absolutely it. Virginia just rolls on.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma's good enough to hang with Ole Miss and beat them, but yeah, I think Virginia's got a really good team as well. So UVA advances there. Oregon versus Kansas State. It is your pick, Token.
Quack on.
I will also take Oregon.
All right, cool. Villanova versus Purdue, the 6-3 in the round of 32. Tony Johnson pick.
I take St. Mary's. Okay. Let's see.
God, he's just the worst.
No, he's not.
That's true. Spike would make this podcast unbearable.
That's possible.
Imagine if we had him here and then we had to like roll a dice and odd was the higher seed and even was the lower one or whatever.
That does not sound
That'd be
fun.
a nightmare.
Well, I will take someone over Purdue, so I guess Villanova is my pick.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Cincinnati versus Tennessee. It's my pick first, and I will take Cincinnati.
On the same side, I think Tennessee's one and done.
This game, by the way, is played in Columbus, Ohio, so that does not bode well for Tennessee.
No.
No, but if they get by this game, I believe the regional is in Louisville, and I do not want to see, having this large future bet on Virginia, I do not want to see Tennessee playing in Louisville. So this is a big game. This is the biggest game of the tournament, in my opinion,
I
having...
think Charlottesville and Knoxville are probably equidistant to Louisville. Maybe a little bit farther, Charlottesville.
Yeah, well, I
Probably
just
about
I just
100
don't want
miles
Tennessee
difference.
people. I want the least amount of them around possible. And
Let's hope they don't get to this point.
I know this is a huge game. I'm deeming this the biggest game of the tournament if this is how it goes for me and my wager.
Well, if our shit goes right, somehow we ended up Virginia again in the craziest bracket. Remember when they went down to UMBC? That bracket ended up being just absurd. I think that was the Loyola bracket.
It
wasn't
was.
So, all right, so we're going into the Sweet
Yeah,
16.
they beat
we
Cincinnati
have
in the second round.
UVA and we have Oregon. And whose pick is it? I think it's
I don't know. Did we go with Tennessee in the last one?
No, we went with Cincinnati.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think it's your pick.
Oh, yeah, UVA. They're just too strong for the Oregon team. They might be able to keep it close, but UVA's prevails.
Yes, I stand with UVA as well.
All right, I was going to take Oregon, but that's okay. Villanova versus Cincinnati. It is Tony Johnson's pick.
I would like to take St. Mary's.
You really think St. Mary's is going to the Sweet 16?
I think they have.
I'll give you a 5-1 bet that they don't go to the Sweet 16. I don't know what the odds are right now.
I don't know. They have to win 2 games. If I bet, no, because they'll probably beat the decline, but close. So I would like the team.
They're the 1 seed. Oh no, I'm sorry. They're the 11 seed.
St. Mary's has been ready to get in this thing for
Just
some
make
years.
a pick. Please.
Was it Cincinnati?
Cincinnati and Villanova.
I take Cincinnati.
I take Villanova.
As much as it stuns me, I'm going to take Cincinnati.
Okay. So we have the Elite Eight matchup, and it is UVA versus Cincinnati, and I will take Villanova.
See, but yeah, that's.
But now, based on this,
My future bets are saying that.
I like UVA because we're going to end up with 4 fucking number 1 seeds. So, well, we already got Duke.
we have Gonzaga too.
I think we have Gonzaga. Did we take Gonzaga? No, we
No, I
took
thought-
Texas Tech.
yeah.
Right. Okay, fair enough. Rewind the tape.
yeah.
I'll edit that out in post. I took Virginia
Oh, yeah, Virginia.
Fantastic.
because he's going with Virginia, so it didn't matter what you picked.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
I do like
so that
Virginia
is the
in that matchup,
South.
though.
We got Virginia, the South Regional Champions. Now we have Midwest, which shows North Carolina as the number 1 seed versus Iona, which was 17-15, so they must have won their conference championship being a shit team. Anyways, you're first.
North Carolina. Tar Heels. Yeah.
I don't know what the total is, but I'm guessing it's in the 170 range. Would be my guess with these 2 teams playing together.
Not the point. Make a pick.
I will take North Carolina.
Thank you. You can go ahead and look it up, see what the total is. While we look,
Without knowing this, if it's like 170, this would be impressive.
I will give you 10-1. It's not 170 on the dot.
It's 166.
So you're talking in between that, or are you talking about right
I'm
on?
just taking. my actual guess is 166, but
Alright.
I'm hoping it's 170.
I'll give you 5-1 on $5.
That it's 170.
Well, pick a number. 170 or 166.
I want 166.
Okay, I'll.
So it has to be exactly 166 for me to win on Will Hill.
Yeah.
At 5-1?
Have you already seen it?
No, I'm just on the first 4.
Okay.
No, 5-1. No, I don't know what I'm doing here. No.
He's making
That's the story of most of our podcasts with you.
That's ridiculous.
All right, but I'm going to find it though.
All right, 5-1 on $1. Come on.
All right, fine. I'll take the dollar bet, I guess. Just
166.
because I need one action.
I love action.
I'm trying to
If
find.
it's booked,
I'm trying to find.
I don't know. He's still looking. Did we book
I'm
it?
looking.
Did we book it?
Yes, it's booked. Yes.
Okay, it's booked.
it's 166.
No fucking way. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm good. I know my shit.
I hate you so much.
All right. Well, I win $5.
Yeah.
And it's a very high total. Because I know that Iona and
So I'll
Siena
take-
and
I'll
all
take
those
the
teams
under.
score. You want the under? I want the over.
I'll take the under.
I
So
would like the
I'll
over.
try to get my double or nothing back for $5.
You want okay? $5 on the okay. Well,
So
over under.
if it's
Okay,
under,
you-
I get
you
my money
nothing.
back, and if
Good.
it's over, you get $10.
I like it. I accept.
Fine. Free roll.
You'll get it in 5-cent increments over the life of the contract.
Oh, that's pleasant. That's nice.
I'll pay you in pennies and meatballs. All right, Utah State versus Washington. This is your pick, sir. The 8-9 matchup.
I don't know anything about these teams.
That's kind of the point of this whole thing.
I will take Utah State.
Me too. Utah State is
Doesn't
the
matter what
winner.
I think.
All right, Auburn versus New Mexico State, 5-12. It's my pick. I will take
State. That'll be good.
Auburn.
Whoa! They're 30-4, New Mexico State. Wow.
I'm taking the Lobos.
So it's okay if they're 30-4 in a shit conference, but not okay when UCF's 12-0 in a shit conference.
Give me the Lobos.
You're the tiebreaker, bro.
I will take New Mexico State.
You guys are the worst. Actually, I don't hate that pick, so I'm okay with it. Kansas versus Northeastern, 4 versus 13. I didn't pick it in my bracket. Actually, I made a bet on William Hill that no 12 seed would win. It was plus 475.
I like it.
Yep.
Whoa! Wow.
The one scary one would be Oregon, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like Oregon.
You like Oregon to get to the Final Four almost.
I think I got them.
They're a favorite as
I
a
think
12
I have
seed
them
too,
out
right?
in the Sweet 16.
It's bounced around from
Against
one on
UVA.
each side.
I think I have them
Oh,
losing
okay.
to UVA.
But they could still be a favorite. I don't know. It depends on where you're at, I think.
Oh, the Oregon, Wisconsin? It bounces around, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Kansas,
475 that all the 5 seeds win?
yeah, something like that,
Seems
yeah.
hot. Wow. That seems good.
Kansas versus Northeastern, it's your pick.
Kansas.
We rock chalk.
I was with that, too. Ohio State. This is a tough one. Ohio State's gritty, but Iowa State's the Big 12 champ, and it's your pick.
Iowa State.
Oh, God, I was hoping not to have to. I like Iowa State, too, so I'm going with Iowa State.
I was going Cyclones anyhow.
Okay, so it didn't
yeah.
matter.
Well, that's a relief. I feel better already.
I think they easily win against the Buckeyes.
Fade alert! All right. 3 versus the 14. Houston versus Georgia State. It's your pick.
I'm all over Georgia State. All over Georgia State here. Again, we're playing the anti-coaching card.
You don't like Kelvin Sampson?
No. Georgia State, money line. Get it in.
All right, I'm on Houston.
I do believe this one's going to be a close game. But
Yes.
but Houston prevails, though.
Are you taking the points token plus something?
I will be on Georgia State plus the points.
Yes! Yes! That's what I like to hear.
So what are we on? I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. Houston?
We did take Houston, but it was close.
All right.
It was close.
All right, we got Wofford versus Seton Hall. It is my pick. I'm taking Seton Hall.
Wofford.
Wofford might win this game by double digits, but we'll take them. We'll be nice. We'll be kind. We'll cover the 2.5, but it'll be it'll be more than expected. Wofford over Seton Hall.
Okay. And it is Token's pick, Kentucky versus Abilene Christian. The 2 versus the 15.
Kentucky in this one.
We'll stay with Kentucky, yes.
All right. And then we're going to go to the round of 32. North Carolina versus Utah State. It is Tony Johnson's pick.
We'll go with North Carolina. But I hope they lose. Yeah, that's now your turn.
Sorry, a
that's
phone
good.
call came in on my phone. Utah State.
North Carolina.
I lied. I made the bet. It's 375 plus 375. The 12 seed wins no games. Still pretty good value though.
Yeah, I would have bet it if it was 475. I was actually trying to find it.
Yeah. So you took North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. So North Carolina's moving on to the Sweet 16. We have New Mexico State versus Kansas. It is
Yours.
my pick. I'm taking Rock Chalk.
I think this one will be a close game, but Kansas prevails.
Big one here. In the region is played in Kansas City at the Sprint Center. KU plays at least one tournament per year in the Sprint Center, and I can speak on this because I've actually been to a tournament at the Sprint Center with KU playing, and it's a big deal. They can bring pretty much everyone. So this is a big one if they can get to the regional spot here. Just a point. It's a big one, big deal.
Okay, cool. Iowa State versus Houston. This is your pick.
Cyclones win this one pretty handily.
Ooh, wow. Well, I didn't have Houston in this game, so I'm going to go with Iowa State.
Going back to the Houston-Georgia State game,
Yes.
spread on that's 12.
Oh, love it.
Yep.
Let's get on that.
Get on that with our cock rack.
Wish we could parlay all that together.
All right, so we got Wofford the 7 versus the Kentucky Wildcats, the 2. Tony Johnson, your pick.
I hope it's a close game, but it probably won't be. I'll go with Kentucky.
Well, since I don't have Wofford in this game at all, I will go with Kentucky.
That's
as well.
my theory, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would say this one's a close game, but Kentucky prevails.
All right, so we're in the Sweet 16. We got 1, 2, 4, and 6. North Carolina versus Kansas. Battle of the Old Guard here in the Sweet 16. It's my pick. I'm taking Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yeah, as well as me.
So we've got Kansas as the first number 1 to go down, I think.
North Carolina.
That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. We got Kansas taking down the first number 1, the number 1.
Well, we have Texas Tech over Gonzaga. You keep forgetting about that.
But I believe that's in the
But
Elite
it's
Eight.
steeper.
Oh, you mean
It's the
length
final
in the
in the
thing.
regional.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's later on in the tournament.
Time frame.
Oh, okay.
Time frame. Yeah.
All right, Iowa State versus Kentucky.
Ooh. I don't know who's it on.
It's on Token.
Oh, okay.
Give me the Cyclones.
Wow, what a tough game.
It's a tough game. This one, Iowa State wins by 6.
6.
Yep.
I will give you 100 to 1. They do not win by 6.
6. And they have to be there, too.
Yeah.
So that's just the thing. Well,
Can I make that bet? You want to lock that up for $1?
I'll do it for 5 even if you want.
All right. 100 to 1 that Iowa State does not beat Kentucky by 6. If any other possibility happens, you owe me $5.
Including the teams not matching up there?
Correct. This
I don't like that then. They would
then
have to
go
match
back-
up there.
Go back to $1 then.
so it's,
You're free rolling for $99.
Yes, but you have to have both those teams back in it. I don't like.
And you lose $1 if it doesn't.
I don't like
happen.
Kentucky to go that far.
I don't like you, but
Fair
you
enough.
still keep showing up. All right, we gave
it's
you enough.
Wofford in that spot,
We
right?
gave you enough
I like
time to
that.
make a pick.
Love that. I like this Wofford situation that's going on.
Shut up!
A lot.
We don't have Wofford right
Yeah.
now. We have Kentucky.
Oh, I hate to do it. We'll take Kentucky.
All right. So we're moving on to the Elite Eight. Kansas versus Kentucky. Another old guard matchup. It's your pick.
The old blue blood matchup, as they like to
The
say.
Blue Bloods, yeah. Bill Self versus John Calipari.
In Kansas City. What a spot for a game. Talk about much-watched TV. This is it, right here.
Talk about a guy who literally just said, I'm fucking tired. He's fucking amped up, dude.
Well, as much as I'd like to be on KU here, I'm going to go with Kentucky, which is probably the better team at this point.
I actually, in my bracket, don't even have Kansas getting this far, so
Wow.
I will take Kentucky as well. I actually, in my bracket, have Kentucky winning this region. So,
Mine too.
now the Final Four is set. We have 1, 1, 2, and 3. Duke versus Texas Tech. It's my pick. I have Texas Tech in the championship game in my bracket, so I will stick with that.
3 seed just going on.
I have actually Duke versus Texas Tech in this quadrant as well, so I will take Texas Tech.
Oh, man.
Token?
Same here.
Wait, what? You're
Texas
taking
Tech.
Texas Tech?
Taking Texas Tech!
Actually, in my bracket as well. I have Texas Tech going to the finals.
You guys are
over-
cray-cray. Wow.
All right, well, this one's going to be not... I don't agree with this one, but I'm pretty sure I know how this one's going to go. Virginia versus Kentucky, your first pick.
I'll take Virginia in this one. But in my real bracket, I don't have this.
In my bracket of sports ticket, this is all that matters. We are on the
Yeah.
Cavaliers. They're, this is what's happening.
Kentucky's my national champion, but
Well-
for the purposes of this, we picked Virginia.
Okay.
So we are now at Texas Tech versus Virginia for all of the marbles.
All of them.
And Tony Johnson gets to pick first, so can we just
Wow.
we can just say he's putting Virginia.
I wonder who I'm going to take. Yes, you can mark it in. The Cavaliers.
I have Texas Tech in this very spot. I do not have Virginia in this very spot. However, apparently we have Virginia beating the team that I have as the national champion, Kentucky Wildcats.
Yep.
So
We do. We have that.
I will take a bow out. I'll plead the fifth and take Texas Tech and make Token decide.
I figured that was going to happen.
Nice.
In my bracket, I have the winner of the other side of the bracket to win, which is Villanova.
You have Villanova against Texas Tech in the finals.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I have Villanova losing to Kentucky. So
Oh my god.
Yeah.
so you want?
Virginia.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Nice.
All right, so a tiebreaker, we have to pick the total. Since you're so good at picking fucking totals.
Yes. Very good.
This is all on you.
Virginia and Iowa.
We lose the
are
tiebreaker. I'm going
Virginia
to
and
punch
Texas
you in your
Tech.
cock rack.
So, so the matchup is Virginia against who? Who are they playing?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Two
Okay.
very solid defensive teams.
Yeah. Wow. This is going to be probably pretty low. 131.
No?
I tell you what, instead of that, I don't like you very much right now. Tell you instead of that, we all give our points,
The guy making
we
brace
add it
ups.
up, and we make an average. That's our tiebreaker.
131.
All right, so he did
131.
131. I'm going to say that I need to get calculator ass out. 131. I'm going to say 127.
Ooh.
Just
I'm going with 128.
$1, Bob.
Yep.
Divided by 3 is 128. So that's the number we're going with.
128 it is?
I feel good with that. Actually, I felt good with 131 too, but I wanted to be a part of this. All right. Shall we click submit on our bracket, or do we want to review?
I'm good with it.
Well,
We
good.
can, I don't know. Do we need to review it?
No, I don't want to. This bracket's gonna rock.
Okay. Then we'll go with it.
Submit. Oh, I missed. Submit. All right, your entry is successful. Your code number is 1282371. We have Duke, Texas Tech, Virginia, and Kentucky. Watch them all go out in the first round.
Duke going down in the first round would be excellent.
That would be huge.
That would be awesome. Agreed.
All right, so that is us. That was fun. We had a good time.
We did.
So hopefully this works out and 12 Ounce Sports pays us the big bucks. And, well, for Token Tony, for Tony Johnson, thank the sponsors again, 12 Ounce Sports Radio, fuck the other ones, and we'll catch you on the next one.